up?
Yep. Charging on the way up.
All right. Okay, well, welcome to the next Team River Runner instructional video. This one's a little bit interesting. This is a device that was invented by Southeast Pennsylvania chapter coordinator Jim.Riley. It consists of a logic pack in a waterproof case mounted on a paddle with a military standard toggle switch, sort of like a Game Boy controller. It's waterproof, and this all mounts on the guide's paddle. And then inside of this PFD is another logic control pack that is contained within this front pocket. Let me move the stuff out of the way. Contained within this front pocket has all the logic and circuit boards, etc. And inside the PFD, mounted in various areas around, are vibrating servos. And this allows a sighted guide to guide a paddler who may not have hearing that is good enough for verbal commands. So we're going to test this out with our stalwart Jennifer Eaton,
Hi guys.
Chaos Emperor. The best thing that I can say about the system is that it provides a quieter means of guiding your OuttaSight paddler in an area where maybe you're doing some nature listening, or you just don't want to talk, or you're running out of things to say. So it should give us a pretty good view of what's going on. Okay, so your paddler is going to don the special PFD. Now you have to use a specially modified PFD because it has the servos inside. That is a limiting factor in use of this. To my knowledge right now, there are 5 of these units in existence. So the paddle adaptation is easily modifiable between a whitewater paddle and a touring paddle. It's currently on a touring paddle. It's no big deal, but if we were going to be doing some whitewater work with somebody who had low hearing and low vision, you'd want to mount this on your preferred paddle as a guide.
So on the front pouch of your PFD, there is a zipper that you want to pull down to the right side. Open it up, and you're going to find a round indent on the bottom left corner of your circuit power pack. You want to push that once, and then it's going to go cycle through all the different sensors throughout the PFD. So you're going to feel a sensor in the front, the left side, the right side, and in the back as you're paddling, as you're going through the process to power up. I'm going to zip it back up, go up to center, and you're ready to go. Then the guide is going to also power up his box on the paddle. One push of the button.
The light comes on, and it should work. So let's do a quick test. So I'm going to push forward on the button.
Feeling it right here.
I heard it. I'm going to go left on the button.
Got it down lower left.
I'm going to go right on the button.
Upper right.
I'm going to go back.
Back shoulder.
Okay. So that's how that works. Batteries are not rechargeable in this set. So when the batteries die, and they are AAAs, I believe, when the batteries die, you'll have to replace them. So when you're doing this, you have to make sure that you have spare batteries with you of the right size and enough to get you through your trip. Okay, so Jen's in the water and we've got the item. Okay, Jen, are you now blind?
I'm blind.
Okay, Jen is blind, so she has no vision. So I'm going to give her some commands. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing forward on the controller now and now, and the reason you want to do that is to provide your paddler with feedback that they're doing the right corrections. Okay, so now I'm going to make her go left, and left some more, and left some more, and left some more. My goal is to get her to come pointing right back to me. When she's online, I give her a forward. Okay, the line is good, so she's getting forward commands. Every 2 or 3 or 4 seconds, whatever works. Obviously, if we were in whitewater, I might want to make my commands a little more frequent. Okay, that's a right command, another right command, and a forward. Now remember, she's under blindfold, so she can't see it all. Now, if I do backward, that's the stop command. So I'm going to continue doing backward until she comes to a stop. Okay, now we're going to go right, and forward. So as you're maneuvering your boater through the different rapids that you're working with, you want to keep an eye on them. Well, this makes it tough on you as the kayaker, as the guide, because you have to be doing this while you're guiding yourself. So again, right and right, trying to keep her from hitting these girls, and right and forward and forward. So if I just let go of the button and I didn't give her those commands that said you're doing it correctly, then she would have no idea if the power was out or what. Okay, so Jen, I'm going to turn you around and you're going to come back, and then we'll bring you right in front of the camera. I'm going to try and guide you beautifully right in front of the camera here. There we go. Okay, beautiful. All right, a little bit more.
So, I think it's definitely an auxiliary tool in addition to your verbal commands. Because as the OuttaSight paddler, I didn't know if he was purposely spinning man circles or if there was an actual rhyme or a reason to what was going on. So I think it's definitely an auxiliary tool to your OuttaSight guiding techniques. It's something to use in addition, because like we mentioned earlier, sometimes it's hard to come up with conversations for a full day out on the water. So other than that, it worked great.
Excellent. How well did you feel the buzzing?
You can't miss them. I mean, they're very strong, pulsating. You know, having that pulse every once in a while to know that you're going in the right direction for a while is very helpful.
You're sitting in a standstill.
Yep.
I want you to turn all the way around, so I'm going to do
Good.
Not too bad.
Nah.
What do you think?
Not bad. Like I said, I think it's just like anything else. You just got to get the paddler and the guide in the same spot. Okay. So anyway, as I think we mentioned before, then you had OuttaSight adaptations, guiding technique. It's all about communicating and communicating with the guide and the guidee so that you're both on the same page, using the same terminology, understanding the same amount of buzzing that needs to happen. If anyone's familiar with beat baseball, it operates basically the same way. You get different tones for different things and different actions. So just communicating those skills.
Woo! That was a heck of a ride, wasn't it, guys? Okay, so that's what we're after today, is just giving you a basic rundown of what this adaptive technology looks like, how it can be used with an everyday paddler, and how you as an everyday paddler can use it to guide your vision-impaired kayaker. So send in some requests. We'll give you some feedbacks or shoot new videos, things that you'd like to see this thing being used. We'll try and get it out on whitewater soon. As most of you know, I'm still healing up from my shoulder replacement, so I won't be out. We'll get John or Mike or one of the other paddlers trained up in its use, and we'll go out to one of the local park and play spots and see how well it works in whitewater. Okay, until next time, guys, thanks a lot. Keep the paddle in the water.